So the materials needed are your fishing line. I'm using 0.7 mm, as well as your scissors, and of course these are the beads I'm going to use. I'm using white and pink. You can use any color of your choice. Okay, they are 8 mm beads, and this can also fit for round shaped beads. Okay, so we are going to start with our martin, so I'll go for 9. Hey, from 9 I'll go for 4 beads. Of course, we are using the normal bead martin method. Okay, so you start with 4, you string it on any side of the thread so far as you are starting, and then you cross the 4th bead, and then you make sure both sides of the threads are very equal. Okay, so you don't run out of one than the other. So to continue, we'll pick 3, but because we are doing 2 colors, you pay attention to which color I pick next. So with the 3, I will pick 2 white, one on the left, one on the right, and then pick pink, and then cross the pink instead, like it's like I'm doing in this video, like I'm doing now. Okay, so from here we are going to be doing pink. Okay, we are going to be picking pink. So you pick 3, one on the left, one on the right, and then you crisscross the 3rd bead. So here I have 2 of the white, okay, and 1 of the pink. So you're going to continue till you have 9 of the pink. Okay, so in all we are going for 12, 13 instead. So we have 2 of white, 1 of pink. So we're going to do 2 white like we've done, 9 pink, and then another 2 white. Okay, so that makes it 13. So I'll meet you when I'm done with the pink. So I have 9 of the pink here, so 2 white and then the 9 pink, making it 11. So I'm going to do the next one, which is going to be the 12th unit. So I'll pick 3 white, one on the left, one on the right, and then cross the 3rd bead. And then the 13th one, that is where we are going to turn to start our 2nd row. Okay, so I'll pick 3 and now put all the 3 on one side. It could be left, it could be right. So you put all the 3 on one side, and then you cross the 3rd bead like I have done here. Okay, so now we have our 13. We have our 13, 2 of the white and the 9 of the pink in the middle. Okay, so now to start with the 2nd row, you pick 3 beads and then you fix it on the top thread, or the thread which is in my left hand now, and then you use the other side of the thread, which is going to be my right thread, to cross it. You've been following my channel for a while now. You should be able to understand the bead martin method by now, because I kind of repeat it every time in my videos. Okay, so next I'm going to pick 2, one white and one pink. So the white will go first, and then we cross the pink one. Okay, so we are going to repeat the pattern of the 1st row in the 2nd row. So it's just going to be the same in this 2nd row, but it's going to change in the 3rd row. Okay, so you pay attention here. You continue with the same pattern, 2 white at each end and then 9 of the pink in the middle. Okay, so you continue with the pink till you get to this end, and I'll come and show you how to turn again. And here we are. Okay, so we have 9 in the middle. Now with the last one I'm going to turn. So on this same thread, the one that you enter the last bead with, you fix 2 beads on it, and then you cross the 2nd bead. Okay, so when you are about to end a row, you fix the bead on the thread you enter the last bead with. Okay, and this is your 2nd row. So to start this 3rd row, the left thread, the thread at the top, the one I pointed at, is where you fix your 3 beads and then use the other thread to cross it. Sorry for this bright lights something. I was using the sunlight, so it goes off and on, so pardon me for that. Okay, so here's the second one too is white, so you enter the next bead and then you pick two beads, but with the two you pick one white and then one pink, and then we're going to cross the pink bead like I have done here. Okay, you enter the next bead, you pick two pink, okay, two pink beads, you enter the next one again and you pick two beads, two white, sorry, pink beads, okay, pink beads. Okay, you enter the next bead and this time around you're going to pick white beads. Okay, so you pick two white beads, you enter the next bead, you pick another two white beads. Okay, you enter the next one again, but this time around you're going to pick one white, one pink. The pink comes second, so we're going to cross the pink bead. And so you do what we did from the beginning, how we came up with the two pink in the middle of the white at the other side. So you do same thing to this side as well. So you enter, you pick two pink beads here, and then from there is going to be white. Hope this part is very well explained. Other than that, you can leave your comment in the comment section. You can reach out to me on WhatsApp, TikTok, Instagram, and please follow me on Instagram. Okay, follow me on Instagram as Maze Beads and Crochet. Maze Beads and Crochet, and support my business. I do international deliveries. Okay, so follow me on Instagram. It's very important to me because I'm just starting the channel or the page on Instagram, so I need you guys to follow me. So here I'm going to turn again. So on that same thread that I entered the last bead with, that's where I fixed my two beads and crossed it, the second bead with the other side, and this is how our 3 rows done looks like. Now with the fourth row is very easy because you're not introducing any other color. It's just going to be white throughout. So at this point I believe you've understood the pattern. So this fourth row is going to be made of only white. Okay, only white throughout to the other end. Okay, so please do subscribe to my channel. Okay, yeah, so this is how our 4 rows looks like. So like I said, the last row is going to be full of white alone, and this is how it looks like. Now with our 5th row, we are going to be skipping one bead at each end. Okay, so I'm skipping one bead at each end and then I'm entering the second bead. So skip this one and then you enter the second bead where we are going to start our 5th row from. Okay, so you continue with the pattern. So from here we are not introducing white, pink again. It's going to be all white till we are done, and then we come back to the top to create our bow. Okay, so with this 5th row also is going to be all of white. It's going to be white, and so just like how we did the 4th row, that's how it's going to be. Just that you will skip one bead at the other end, so you get to this point and I will show you how to turn. Okay, so here I am left with the last unit and then I'll be done with the 5th row. Now With the sixth row, which is going to be the next row we're going to do, we are going to be skipping 2 beats. So this very row we skipped 1 but the next row we're going to be skipping 2 beats. So here, watch very carefully. I'm going to show you how to skip 2 beats without cutting a new thread. Okay, so watch it very carefully. So when you have your thread, so you saw what I did, you cross the bead that you crossed, okay, like where the threads were coming from. So to skip 2 beads, you use the down thread to enter those beads I'm pointing at. Okay, so you enter this one first, the middle one second, and the third bead on that row. Okay, and now with the other side of the thread, we are going to be entering 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so you're going to follow like that in that direction, go down and then back up. Hope that's well understood, and that's how you skip. So if you are going to skip 1 bead and then you wouldn't want to cut off your thread, you follow the same process, but just make sure you are not entering the third. By here you're entering the second because we are skipping 1, but this very row we are skipping 2 beads at each side. Okay, so you will have to work through your threads to get to the third, where we're going to start our sixth row from. Okay, so we'll be skipping 2 beads at the other end as well. So you continue with your marking. So like you saw in the beginning of the video, I matched this bag with a crochet strap and a ruffled crochet hat. Okay, so if you want a tutorial on crochet, okay, so stuff like that, strap and ruffled hat, you can let me know in the comment section, so I know that if I put that video on this channel, it won't be like I don't know what I'm doing on the channel. So I want to hear from you guys first if you want a tutorial on crocheting. Okay, so crochet was, let me know in the comment section. I'll also put up a poll on my channel so I get to know which people will want crochet tutorials on this same channel and not a different channel. Okay, so it's going to be 2 things on the same channel. I tried creating a different channel for it, but I don't know, YouTube took it down. Okay, so I don't know. So the reason why I didn't explain this part, because it was going to be the same here. We didn't skip any part. Okay, with the the 7th row we didn't skip any part, but the last row, which is going to be the 8th row that we are going to do, we are going to skip 1. So like I said, you have to pay attention. So when we're moving from the 4th to the 5th, we skipped 1, but I didn't show that, so pay attention to this part. So when you fix those 2 beads on the same thread you enter the bead with, you go through the bead that the other thread is coming out from downwards like this. Okay, and now you enter these 3 beads, okay, that I'm pointing at. You go through those 3 beads, you come up and then through the second bead up there, and then you use the other side of the thread to go to that same second bead there to have that bead crossed. Okay, hope that is well understood. So this is going to be our last row. This is going to be our last row. Not necessarily our last row, but you can see the bow is not completed, so we're going to go up there to complete the bow, and then this side will be well completed. Okay, so here I just wanted to show you how I'm going to finish up my thread. So because the last thing I'm going to do, I will enter this bead and then go back through that bead, but not pull it from it entirely to have that loop there. Fix the 2 beads on the other side and then enter that loop and pull it back to create a loop in that bead, and then you can enter the rest of the bead with the excess thread, and you can cut it off. Okay, so now let's work on the top part. Okay, so I'm going to cut a new thread. Yeah, so while cutting the thread, so I'm done. Let's continue. So here we are skipping one bead as well. So we are starting from the second bead, the second white bead, and then I'm going to pick 3 beads, but it's going to be 2 white and then 1 pink. Okay, 2 white and then 1 pink. Pardon me if you hear any noise in the background. Okay, so at this point there's nothing I can do. I record the video at the shop and come back and do the voiceover. Yes, so there are so many noise in the background. Forgive me for that. Okay, so you pick 2 pink. So this very row we have 1 white bead at the top. Then the next one we are going to do is going to be pink. So we already have 1 pink like it's shown in the video. So we're going to need 3 more. Okay, so we are going to have 5 at this point. Okay, like this row, it's going to be half. Okay, so you understand what I'm saying when I'm through. Okay, so with this very next one I'm going to do, I'm going to skip 1 bead, because the next row we're going to do is going to be made up of only 2 beads unit at the top. Okay, so just like we did earlier, as the same process I'm repeating here to skip 1 bead at each end of the pink patch, and then you create 2 units of pink beads up there. So you pick your 3 pink beads. Next one is going to be pink, and like I did for the down part, I'm going to finish up on this side. So I just created that loop, pick 2 beads. So you'll have 4 units of beads up there like it's shown. Is that alright? And that is it. So you're going to be repeating the same thing at this side. So I'll recommend that you start from where the white part is. Okay, yeah, and this is how it looks like. The bow is well drawn, and then of course you will need 2 parts. Okay, you need 2 parts of these beautiful pieces. And then the next thing is to build the side. So here I was recording by my Apple phone. They gave me a warning that the phone's temperature was very high, and so it wasn't allowing me to record. So when I started, I thought I was recording, but I later on realized it wasn't recording at all. And so when I got to this part, I said, let me try whether it will allow me. And then it only recorded 28 seconds for me, and yes, still I couldn't. So I had to use my Android camera, and you can tell the difference. Okay, so, but just bear with me. I believe you can build a side. So here I just did 1 row for each side. Okay, but for the sake of the video, that's why I did this, because the camera was stressing me, so I just had to do something that will get me off this work. Okay, so I just did 1 row for each side, and I will be joining it with 1 bead. But you can go ahead and do 2 rows on each side, and then you have 1 bead join, and it will be 5. Okay, just make it as spacious as it will be able to contain your staffs. So here I'm going to be joining it. I'm not going to be joining it apart like this, but here I had to open it this way so you understand how it's going to be joined. Okay, so you enter 1 bead here, one bead here, 1 bead on the left, 1 bead on the right. You just pick 1 bead and then you cross it. Okay, then you cross it like that, so you continue. So with this part, you just make sure you enter each and every bead. Okay, don't enter 2 when you get that part. Get to that part, just make sure you enter each and every bead at that end. And this is how it looks when I was done. I just fixed the chain handle. You can use any handle of your choice. Okay, see you in my next video. I love you all. Bye bye.